Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap. So in today's session, we are going to discuss a very important news article of finance that the RBI has specified the NBFCs that will implement the core financial service solution. So which are the NBFCs that have to implement the core financial service solution, as well as what is the meaning of core financial service solution and why these NBFCs have to implement the CFSS, that we are going to discuss in today's session. So now before starting with the session, please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you are new to the channel and join our Telegram channel for the PDF of this session, and you can get the link of the Telegram channel in the description box below. Okay, so now starting with the news article that the specified NBFCs, the RBI has said the NBFCs that are in the middle layer and that are in the upper layer that have more than 10 or more than 10 fixed point service delivery units, they will have to mandatorily implement the CFSS. So which are these layers and which is bottom layer, middle layer, upper layer, what am I talking about? So all of this has been told in the scale-based regulatory framework. So the scale-based regulatory framework was brought by RBI for the NBFCs, and in that the RBI has divided the NBFCs into 4 categories, okay, especially the bottom layer, middle layer and upper layer. So this I have told in the video, and in which I defined and I described about the scale-based regulatory framework, all about the framework, and you can watch that video. The link is given in the description box below. Okay, so right now what we have to understand that the middle layer and the upper layer, these 2 layers, it is mandatory for these 2 layers if they have greater than 10, equal to 10 or greater than 10 fixed point service delivery units, then it is mandatory for them to have the CFSS. So now what this CFSS is? So this CFSS is similar to the core banking solution used by banks. So in the previous sessions we saw that all the post offices, it was said in the union budget that all the post offices will be brought under the core banking solution, and we understood the core banking solution at that time. So this core banking solution is a network of bank branches. Okay, that is, if you are opening your account in Rajasthan's SBI, will you have, if you are living in Delhi then, so will you have to go back to Rajasthan to take out your money or to avail any other service? No, there is a centralized database that is present which have the information of you and all the accounts of the bank. So even if you are going to some other branch of Delhi, then also you will be able to do all the services, you will be able to take all the services of the bank. So it is a network created of the bank branches, so that now you are connected to the bank, okay, not only the branch. So that is centralized database. That's why the core means the centralized online real-time exchange that can happen now. You do not have to go back to Rajasthan or any other part. Okay, you can take the service from wherever you are, anytime, anywhere you can take the service. As well as there is internet banking that is available, mobile banking that is available, the RDGS, the IMPS, so many services that are available that you can do online, as well as it is real-time exchange that is happening. Okay, so now I hope you have understood the core banking solution that is similar. Now CFSS is similar to the core banking solution. So what CFSS is providing? What services CFSS is providing? So it is providing the similar services like core banking, but for the financial institutions, for the NBFCs. So the CFSS will provide seamless customer interface in digital offerings. So whatever NBFCs have to provide digitally, they will have they will be creating a customer interface so that the customer can directly interact with the NBFC through that interface. Okay, and the digital offerings of the NBFC can be provided to the customer through that interface. Transactions relating to products and services with anywhere anytime facility. So anywhere anytime facility will be given so that the transactions can happen in the real time and exchange can happen in the real time. So if I am taking the product or the service of the NBFC, I will be able to transact, I will be able to pay from anywhere anytime I want. It will enable integration of NBFC's function. It will provide centralized database and accounting records. So the NBFCs will be able to put their record easily, and they do not have to maintain the records or make the records themselves. In the CFSS, their accounting records will be maintained, how much transaction is happening, that will be maintained. It will be a centralized database, like the bank is keeping the centralized database for all the branches. Similarly, for the service from where the NBFCs are providing the service of all the 10 units or more than 10 units, the database will be created. They do not have to maintain it for each and every unit themselves. Generate a suitable MIS, that is a management in the information system, both for internal purposes and regulatory reporting. So management information system will be created, like a information system from where all the information related to the NBFC, related to the online transactions that is happening, that will be maintained, and seeing that database, the decision making can also happen. The analyzation of the data can also happen, that what is happening with the NBFC, is it going into loss, or which service should I focus more because it is selling more. So that kind of management information system is created, through which the NBFCs will also be able to do the decision making, and it will be helpful for the internal purposes as well as it will be helpful for the regulatory reporting also, because the NBFCs have to report to RBI. Okay, so they will be easily able to report to the RBI that what they are doing, and they are profit making, they are able to sell this much and all. So implementation of CFSS, how it will be implemented. So we have seen that it will be implemented by the upper layer and the middle layer if they have 10 or more than 10 fixed point service delivery units. To implement the CFSS, they have the time till September 30, 2025. So what are these fixed point service delivery units? So they are the units that are providing, they are the place of operation from where the business activity of the NBFCs are being carried out. So carried out by the NBFC, and which is manned either by its own staff or they are the outsourced agents from some other place. So I hope you have understood the fixed point service delivery unit, that they are the place where the NBFCs are operating from. So the NBFCs are operating from 10 or more than 10 places. So all the data from all of these places, they will be kept in the centralized database. The NBFC will not have to maintain the record of all of the 10 places. So it will be very easy for the NBFCs, okay. As well as the accounting record will be maintained of all the fixed point service delivery units at one place. So it will be very easy for the NBFCs also. The upper layer NBFCs have to ensure that the CFSS is implemented at least 70% of fixed point service delivery units on or before September 30, 2024. So all the other NBFCs, all the middle layer and the upper layer NBFCs have the time till September 30, 2025, but the NBFC of the upper layer, okay, they have to do at least 70%. Okay, they have to implement the CFSS in at least 70% of the fixed point service delivery units 1 year before, by 1 year before. So when it comes to NBFCs with fewer than, if it is middle layer, if it is upper layer, if they have less than 10 fixed point service delivery units, then it is not mandatory for these. Then implementing the CFSS is not necessary, not mandatory for them. It is only mandatory when the middle layer and the upper layer have more than 10. When the middle layer and upper layer have more than 10 or equal to 10 fixed point service delivery units, okay. As well as it is also not mandatory for the base layer or the bottom layer. So the CFSS, they may consider implementing it for their own benefit, but it is not compulsory. So next implementation criteria is that they have to send a quarterly progress report on implementation of the CFSS along with various milestones, that what they have achieved. They have done it 50%, like more than 5 of the fixed point delivery units they have covered or not, or something like what milestone they have achieved. As approved by the board, shall be furnished by the NBFC to the senior supervisory manager. So it have to be sent to the senior supervisory manager office of the Reserve Bank starting from quarter ending of March 31st, 2023. So they have to start sending the quarterly progress report, that how much they have progressed, 20%, 30%, 50%. So they have to send that also. So why is it happening? Why the RBI has said that you have to implement this CFSS? Okay, especially the ML and the upper layer, the middle layer and the upper layer that have more than or equal to 10 the fixed units, okay, service units. So to increase control of the RBI over these NBFCs by introducing digitization and computerization, so that the transactions can be digitized and computerized, so that the RBI can get the real-time data also, that what is happening with the NBFCs, how much they are selling, how much the transactions are happening. So based on digitization of the services offered by these NBFCs, the RBI will be able to gauge upon that how much the NBFCs are working, like they are working in the right direction or not, or should we do more regulatory control, or the NBFC is doing very well. So to monitor the services that is also provided by them, that what services are they actually providing? Are they providing the services that they are showing or not? So by them, and increased transparency for the depositors, that the NBFCs that are taking the deposits, so the depositors will know that this NBFC is trustworthy or not, that it is actually providing the services it is saying or not. So it will be very beneficial for the depositors also, because transparency will be there when digital transactions are there. Provide NBFCs with the necessary convenience. So it is not only beneficial for the depositors and the RBI, it is also beneficial for the NBFCs, because they will have the convenience in offering their services. Now they can offer their services online also after the CFSS, okay, to their clients. They will be able to provide their services to their clients online. It will help the concerned NBFCs in developing such MIS, such management information system, in which all the information regarding all the fixed units, fixed service units will be there, all the centralized database will be there, and from that database they can take the informed decisions. They will not have to maintain the records every time for each and every fixed unit. Okay, the record will be maintained itself in the CFSS, and in the CFSS, the centralized database, they will know that which service is doing well and which service is not doing well, where we are making the losses, where we are making the profits. So it is for the internal functioning, betterment of the internal functioning, as well as to show the regulator that we are doing this much, and the external regulatory requirement will also be fulfilled, okay, because it will be more transparent. The NBFCs will also be able to manage their accounting records in a better manner, okay. All the 10, like if they have 10 fixed service units, if they have more than 10 fixed service units, it is very hard to maintain the accounts of all the fixed units where they are doing the operations. So through the CFSS, accounting records will be maintained in a better manner, because at the same time the transactions are recorded online. So it is very easy now if they have to maintain the records. So now I hope you have understood that why it has been brought for the betterment of the depositors, for the RBI to gauge upon the NBFCs, as well as for the betterment of the NBFCs also. Now moving to the question that recently in February 2022, the RBI has said that which of the NBFCs will have to implement the CFSS. I hope you can easily answer this question now, very easy. And thank you very much. If you have any query, you can mail us here, or you can contact us through this number. Thank you very much.